good Lord, it's hotter than Satan's butt crack out here.
Hotter than a witch's tit.
Hotter than a witch's titty. It is.
It is hot as balls, y'all.
Hot
it
as
is
balls.
hot.
And then it's literally going to go back to being like freezing next week.
I know, it's going to be like 60 degrees and rain next week.
Literally.
And I'm like, what the heck?
We're going up to Canada. Yeah, and we're going up to Canada. And when we're out like basically camping and fishing and all of that, and it's the same weather as it is here, there, and I'm pissed because I'm like, why can't we have 80 and beautiful? Like being out on the water is like
80 and beautiful. Like,
I mean, maybe it'll change because sometimes a week out it changes, like or a few days out, but still, I'm pissed.
I would be pissed
I'm
too.
so mad.
How y'all doing?
We're live.
Are we?
No.
Oh, why
barely.
Does it say live?
We are alive.
Oh, alive.
Oh,
well,
you're
no,
reading that.
The thing says live too.
Our platform
and
we
I'm
record on just like did a bunch of upgrades, like in a good way. But one of the things it says is that it says live, but it means the recording is live. Okay. I mean, I don't know who would be projecting. No, but also like I don't know who would be projecting it to.
If this whole thing doesn't record, I'm going to be pissed.
I can see it's flashing red lights. It's recording. Okay, we're recording. We're in it. We're in it.
I mean, a tutorial email would have been nice. I got something saying changes were coming, but nothing.
Yeah.
That changes came.
Well, shit. They clearly did something. Shit. We are coming up on the 4th of July.
4th of July.
So we will be taking a break next week.
Yes.
Because we don't put out an episode the week of the 4th.
No.
Or is this episode the week after?
Week after.
This is the one the week after?
I think we have 2 episodes. So no, we'll have one next week. And then the week
Because right now we're the 25th is when this is going to air.
Uh-huh.
And then
you're right. Look at that.
I know because I'm going away.
Another week.
So then that's for.
Oh, I thought we had another week.
Nope.
Well, shit.
So
mouth.
And call you a whore. I'll do it.
I know you will.
Yeah. So this is right before the 4th of July is where I was going before. I was so rudely miscorrected,
really
uncorrected.
I'm so sorry, Felicia.
Retract. Speaking of Felicia, this is where I was going with this. We are making some mighty fine shirts for the 4th of July. I guess I cannot fully discuss them because some of them are still a surprise for some of our potential listeners.
I hate them.
No, you don't.
I hate them.
I can't wait. I really want to make her dad a shirt. I cannot talk about it now, but there will be pictures. But either way, we're making shirts that are basically like, they're like the 80s vintage or like whatever that are like lightning bolts and colors and everything. And they have hot dogs on them and it says, somebody call the vet because we be putting these dogs down. With red, white, and blue because we are doing that. But patriotic as fuck. But I will say that everyone's redneck names are coming into play, and it's going to be a good time. And we had to rename my sister Shannon her because her original redneck name was Jandis. Yeah, and then now our dog's name is Jandis, so it doesn't have the same effect. So she's now Starlene.
Starlene works. Is Amanda Shaves Her Grandma's Cat going to have one?
I'm attempting to get what I need. From her.
I might have a picture.
I was wondering if you did, but she also told me I texted her and she told me she has one. I just need to circle back.
When was that birthday?
Too many years ago.
Too many years ago.
I don't know, like, God.
3?
Could have been.
Long ago?
Yeah, we're old.
There's no way.
Yeah.
All right. That old?
No. Yes.
That's
maybe.
Crazy.
All right. You want an inappropriate joke? I know.
Of course I want an inappropriate joke.
I don't think I've said this yet, so we might have to redo if I have.
Okay.
All right. What can Skittles do that men can't?
What?
Come in different colors.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you're not wrong.
I know. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
Just throw out the rainbow thing there.
I like it. Why not?
Why not?
Oh, that's a good one.
I know. That's a good one. I read it. I was like, oh, shit. I don't think I've said that yet.
You haven't said it. I think I've heard it, but you haven't said it.
There you go.
There you go. Now you all know it.
Mm-hmm. Yay. You're welcome for that little horrible, wonderful, horrible thing.
That's how we're celebrating Pride?
Apparently. I don't know.
Oh, hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your host, Meg.
And I'm Raina. Reddit Brooks and Lunatic Soup.
Let's go.
Totally fucking sober.
Yeah, a token phober.
Yeah, that. Oh, God, this isn't going to go well, guys. This is one where I have to read and I can't read.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We just did chores and all that stuff
this
morning.
Been running around like crazy people.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
And
then I'm teaching Meg how to make cakesicle pops.
Cakesicle pops. Mm-hmm. I have a daughter with Like I can't even say like she's a full-blown teenager now.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
She's
15.
That's a teenager.
Crazy.
It's wild.
I'm not old enough to have a 15-year-old.
You're
you guys.
not.
I'm
That's
not.
insane.
It's weird.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's weird.
She has her birthday and she loves cake pops. And so I made a bunch for my daughter's birthday. And she was like, I will eat these.
Until the cows
Well,
come
and when I
home.
first started making them, I made a bunch of test runs. And so I was like, well, let me bring some over. And she was like, these are the best cake pops I've ever had. Which I'm like, tell me something I'm doing is the best you've ever had. And I will just bring it to you all the time.
And more.
So I'm making a plethora of cake pops for her birthday.
A plethora. Put them in the freezer.
Yeah.
Have a little snack all summer long.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it.
Yep, and then I'm teaching Meg how to make them so that she can make them for her kid too.
Cute.
They are so cute.
They look like little popsicles, like not the round cake pops, the little popsicles.
Cakesicles. And I decorate them with like some gold and like you know marble color on them.
I think I could manage the cake pop part. It's the decorating part.
I think it's so much easier than what you think. I'm showing you in between recordings or whenever we are. But yeah, you'll see.
Cool. All right. Well, what are we drinking?
Oh, we are drinking a Schilling's Black Currant, which I have not had before. You have. Mm-hmm. I have yet to try this.
I love currant.
Me too.
love black currant. My favorite tea is the black currant tea. It's like a Russian black currant tea. I buy it in bulk.
Yum. It's 5.2%, and there's a squirrel on the front. Like little Lester. Oh, is it chipmunk?
I believe.
No, it's a beaver.
It's a beaver.
No, that's not. That's a squirrel.
That's not a squirrel.
That's a squirrel.
Look at his teeth. Look at his little fangs.
Squirrels have teeth like that too, and his tail is fluffy and curled. If it was a beaver, that's a squirrel.
It's a squirrel.
That's a squirrel.
It's Lester.
It is Lester.
Look, he's got a little backpack on and a little hat.
Him's is going on a camping
and
trip.
a little walking stick.
Good Lord, he's very cute. Ooh.
And then Bigfoot's in the back.
Oh my God, what were we watching? Oh, we were watching the show Alone, and one of the guys like shot and killed a squirrel.
Oh,
and
no. Somebody said, "There goes Meg again."
That was my middle one. She goes, "Look, it's Meg." I died a little.
I fear that night that I was over hanging out and the power went out and I told my squirrel story, I fear that is like a core memory in your children's lives.
It is a core memory in their lives.
Yeah.
100%. In my life too. Let's be honest. Core memory.
Great.
All right, cheers.
Great. Cheers.
That is delicious.
It is
I'm not
good.
mad at that one.
It is a little on the sweeter side.
But it
is yummy.
It is extremely drinkable, as in like it's on the sweeter side, but like I couldn't drink 5 of them, but I'll drink this one happily.
I'll drink one. Yeah. I last week when end of school year, some teachers were like, "Hey, we're going to Cockrell," because another teacher was performing with her band there, and so I went down. 10 out of 10. Like, we've drank Cockrell on here. Do you remember the incident of 2023?
Only the people who have been there since the beginning will know that one.
Where we died.
Tex, Mr. Boo Boo bought us a habanero, raspberry habanero. Wasn't that what it was? And it was...
The Devlin Cider.
The Devlin Cider is what it was called. We really should have. We fucked up. That was so spicy, you guys. We were absolutely dying. Like,
it hurt.
It was so painful.
It hurt going down, and it hurt coming back up.
The clips of us, we were unwell. We were unwell. Yeah, it was like breathing fire. It was,
to the point where when we went to Fierce and they had a jalapeno or a habanero cider, I said no. I said absolutely not.
Yeah.
And the owner of Fierce was like, "Did you try Cockrell's?"
And we were like,
yeah. And he goes, "This is not that."
I was with you for that, wasn't I?
Yeah,
it was like a cucumber jalapeno one or something.
Like
it was
that,
delicious.
But that was really good.
It was a
it
muted
had that hint.
Yeah, a hint where it wasn't too spicy, like maybe a tiny kick, but nothing. No
not
Cockrell's. We almost
kick
died.
You in the kahunas.
Yeah, slap your titty and call your mama.
What?
I don't know.
Did you just pull that right out of your butthole?
I sure did. just found it and just plucked it down. All right.
Just found it and plucked it down.
What? That just reminds me of the TikTok that I sent you the other day.
Which one?
I don't send you that many TikToks anymore.
No, I know
I'm pretty
you sent
good
me
about
a funny
it.
one because Doug heard it and I said rude.
Speaking of, we need to talk about Orcas Island. About that TikTok I sent you. Hang on. It was... I'm going to play it. Nope,
That's not it.
News this evening, as it has been confirmed that you are a floppy-cocked dingleberry hanging off an elephant's arse. Tragic news.
And it's a guy behind a news desk, and I just sent it to her, and I was like...
I just went rude. Doug looks at me like, What the hell?
It's karma for all the ones you send me when you know I'm stoned and you're trying to scare me.
Oh, and I get her every time. And every time I'm like, surely she's not going to open this because she knows what I'm up to. And every time.
Because they're one, sometimes are very well disguised, and two, when I'm stoned, I'm like a goldfish. I forget the last time it happened. So like, I'm just in my happy place, just laying there, and I'm like,
always a jump scare.
Oh, Meg texts me. What is she sending me now? Thinking it's going to be something like
probably
terrible, that I'll giggle at, and, and then it'll scare the bejesus out of me, and then I hate her.
That's what I live for. All right, y'all, this is a WWU, not to be confused with the WWE. No. We are not Washington, D.C.
We are not. Not in the cage fighting.
I know it's not WWE in Washington, but close enough.
Whatever.
Close
people
enough.
Fighting. It is wild, weird, and unknown. Mm-hmm. What is the thing?
Demon encounters.
Demon encounters.
Because it's still June. It's still June. She's so mad at me.
Literally. She said, let's do a WWU. And I said, why? Which one? She's like, demons. I was like, are we done yet?
I will lay off the demons.
I know you will.
Until next June.
Fine.
I mean, there will be some demons involved. There's some demons involved in our Christmas episode this year.
Exorcise your demons.
You are healed.
Let's go. You do it.
Or my second daughter said that she thinks she might be adopted or there's something wrong with millennials because of how much we tick. Like something will set us off and then we'll just go into a monologue.
Well, there is something wrong. What does she mean?
She's just like, why do you do that? And then you and I especially will
we just feed
set
off
each other off.
But mine's a lot of my ADHD. And then just when I'm with someone who we have a good time with, then I know that we will both laugh. It's what happens.
Bitty. Don't.
Why can't you do that to me?
Don't.
Anyways.
All right. Anyways, here we go. Now, I will preface this by saying a lot of these stories have a Christian/Jesus component to it because demons, and they were saved. And I know I said it in an accent. I'm not making fun of it. Somebody feels they are saved. Good for them. But if you've listened to us long enough, we feel differently about things. But yeah, we're going to hear that. We're going to hear that. I'm going to try not to use an accent when we talk about that, but
because
sometimes
it just comes out. That's what she said. All right, continue.
Oh man. All right, so this one's a bit of a long one. I might start to kind of zoom over things.
Yeah, like that you need to skim and yep, I get it.
Yeah. So I will make this clear up front. This is ultimately a testimony of what single-handedly turned me to Jesus. Every word I say is 100% true, and my memory is crystal clear. I am not here to force believers, convert anybody to Christianity, or embellish. I understand bringing religion into this will turn many away, and that is fine. That's what also made me like...
Yeah, okay, I'll keep reading.
Yeah. I see this as my personal truth and wish to share my experience and give a small chance to anyone else to protect them from the horror they've never experienced. With those things out of the way, I present my experience with the demonic. Background. This is, like I said, y'all, this is a long one.
Yeah,
so
I'm buckled. She is buckled.
I grew up on Christian values, even attending Catholic private school for a couple of years. Despite this, I was a standout problem child and never really believed any of it. I found some of the stories from the Bible interesting, but overall detested going to church. Nobody in my family really forced the religion on me. I just happened to be within a family that held mild Christian values. With that said, none of them were really devout Christians themselves. This is important because it should be understood that I was quite aware of Christians' beliefs, but I never actually took them as truth. Jump forward to my teenage year where this all began. At the age of 12, I was engaged with all things mystical and mysterious. I read books and browsed websites on anything between ancient aliens, conspiracy, ghosts, mediums, witchcraft, Illuminati, and the demonic. This was around 2003, 2004, so just past the turn of the millennium. All of these things were a great interest to me, but I had no actual evidence or reason not to believe any of it. My parents had locked in on a house they thought was perfect for our family, and they were trying to close the deal to get it. My mother wanted her mother, my grandma, to come and approve of it first. While I ran around the empty rooms trying to decide where I would have my bedroom, my mother showed my grandmother around. After the tour was given, my grandmother felt uneasy about the house, specifically the second floor. She didn't like the way it was set up and worried what would happen if there was a fire while me and my siblings were up there. This wasn't enough reason to deter my mother, though. After they checked over the potential new home, we proceeded to head back to the car. While on the drive, my mother mentioned to my grandma how she was weirded out because she could have sworn she saw a little girl staring at her from the second floor window. This led my parents to investigate the history of the house, and they had found, to their amazement, that there was in fact a fire on the second floor of the house many years prior and that a young girl perished in the flames. With that said, the strange coincidence was not enough to stop them from buying the house. I think that might have stopped me from buying the house.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I think that would have...
Even just, like, structurally damaged stuff-wise, like, there's a fire. Yeah, no.
It was actually the fact that upon inspection, there was found to be a roach infestation, and my mother would not have any part of that.
Well.
That led us to find our actual home near in the nearby town. I feel like we didn't have to go into most of that.
Yeah, that was literally irrelevant. Okay, so they've moved into a new house.
They moved into a new house. I mean, roaches, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But also not relevant to the story.
So we're all moved in the new homes, and this is when we get a knock on the door. It turns out that the woman who previously lived there and sold the house to us came to see us. She wanted to pass a message on to us, the message being that her mother had died in the house and she would occasionally appear, but we shouldn't worry because she was friendly and just attached to the house.
Okay.
Aren't you supposed to like say that before you sell the house? After?
Yeah. I think it's if someone died there, naturally they don't have to disclose it, but if they were like murdered or something, you do. I think there's some, I don't know for sure.
I thought if it was haunted, like if you had experiences, you had to. Or maybe, there's something.
Well,
there's something,
there
like,
is, but
after the
you
fact,
have to believe that it's, you have to believe in a haunting for, because I don't think it's, I think it has to do with people dying in the house, but I don't.
Or how they died.
Obviously, like, I mean, anybody could say a house is haunted, after the fact. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it'd have to, I don't know. Good question. If you're a realtor, let us know. I don't really know.
Cut to a few weeks later, I made a new best friend who lived right down the street from me. My number was 112, and he was 12. I thought that was pretty cool, but no special meaning there. It wasn't long after that I became close to the family, and they, in turn, became close with my parents. At our first family get-together, we had my friends there, and they asked... I'm going to start that part over. The first get-together we had, my friends' parents asked mine about the move, where my parents filled them in on the details. This was where things got a little strange. To our surprise, my friend's family actually lived in the house we were looking at prior for a good decade. So this is the house where the fire was, I think.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. So it is relevant.
Maybe it is relevant, because otherwise that was a lot of irrelevance.
I mean, I feel like that has to be it to bring it back. Yeah.
Where they proceeded to say they moved because that house was incredibly haunted. They said there were two different ghosts in that house. One of which was a little girl, and the other a malevolent old man. This shocked my family So my intuition was on point. My friend had 3 older brothers and 2 younger brothers and 2 younger sisters, one of whom they adopted. They also ran a daycare out of their house, so it was quite packed on the daily. Each of the older brothers had traumatizing hauntings happen to them in that house. The oldest brother, who was 21 at the time, still wouldn't sleep with the lights off now because of it. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first point in my life where I had seen multiple people confirming that there was spiritual activity in real capacity. Now let's jump forward to about the age of 14. Okay, so paranormal experiences, I'm still not seeing anything with a demon.
Yeah.
Following my same interests, I was fascinated with the idea of ghosts and spirits. I wanted nothing more than to interact with them in some way or another. Despite my past mentionings, I myself hadn't seen one single shred of their existence. I was frustrated. I tried all manners of contact, bought crystals, stared into dark mirrors, looked into black ink, researched Enochian? What's Enochian? Enochian? Researched Enochian.
How do you spell it?
I know Enoch. Enochia. Well, now I got to look. Enochian. Oh, it's a language.
Oh.
Occult constructed language said by its originators to have been received by angels. Huh. I have never heard that before.
Me either. Yeah.
Oh, time to research that.
Yeah, start getting in on that one.
So literally everything under the sun, but nothing would work. That is until I opened a Ouija board on my 15th Christmas.
Oh, no.
If there is one message to take from this entire thing is that I tell you from the bottom of my soul, do not engage with a Ouija board.
Okay.
I didn't immediately use it, but one day my friend and I were chilling per usual, and I remembered the new Ouija board that I had gotten for Christmas. I asked him if he wanted to use it with me, and he hesitantly said yes. I made him go down into the basement with me because where else would be the perfect place to use it? I had just opened the box and placed the board when my friend chickened out on me. I mocked him and told him I'm going to do it by myself. I placed the little piece on the board and proceeded to ask it questions, but to no avail. Nothing. I was extremely disappointed. I thought for sure that was going to be it, but no, I put it back in the box, brought it upstairs, and that was that. Or so I thought. Boy, was I wrong as I could be. Immediately over the next couple days, I started experiencing things that were unusual. Simple things at first, lights being funny, my dogs acting strange, objects and doors moving. This, however, was spectacular to me. I had no fear whatsoever. If anything, I was extremely excited and more into the occult more than ever. I thought that this was it, what I've been waiting for, paranormal activity. These types of things continued for the next couple years steadily. Then it finally happened, and I saw my first ghost ever. I was 16 at this point and been making my way from the kitchen through the dining room towards the living room. When I was gaping between the kitchen and the dining room, I saw what I thought was my mother walking towards the kitchen from the connecting hallway. I took note in my peripheral of her pink dress, which threw me off a bit because my mother normally didn't wear such things. It wasn't until I made my way through the dining room to the living room where I saw my mother and father sitting on the couch watching a movie. This instantly made me take 5 because I realized my mother not only was not wearing a pink dress, but she was not in the hallway going to the kitchen. I had told my parents what happened, and I was in shock and surprised by it, but they shrugged it off and continued with the movie. I didn't press the issue because I was now elated with the fact that I actually saw a ghost, even if it made me a little weary. I would go on to look at this spirit as a guardian spirit of the house, but I never saw her again. This event was ultimately a bad thing because it put me more at ease with the idea of communication with the dead. I took her spirit as an example of what all spiritual things would be like, which pushed me further into looking for such things. However, over the next 2 years, things proceeded to get worse. I developed insomnia. There would be random spots in the house that would make your blood run cold. Doors would knock open and then closed over and over again. Things would be thrown out of closets and off dressers and shelves. One of the more creepier occurrences would be electronics acting without electricity. Dolls would speak their recording sounds on when they didn't have batteries. Oh,
no, thank you.
I had took all the batteries out to try to prevent this. Lights would go off and on repeatedly. I've even had TVs go white static and start blasting max volume. I would unplug them and it would stay on and get louder. This scared the straight crap out of me. Literally getting chills writing this right now. These weren't things where I could question other possibilities. These things were seen as nothing other than what they were, impossibilities. There was one night in particular in which it clicked and the fear had taken permanently a hold of me. So she had been excited up until now.
Yeah.
I recently, at the time, had gotten into Harry Potter books. Oh,
Love.
now you're going down a dark path.
Yes, super dark. Watch out for the Dementors.
I was sitting on the couch in my basement, which is now redone as a TV room. Lots of things would happen down there. I had one of those little bendy lamps used for reading books as my only illumination. I was thinking to myself how great these books are and how I thought it was funny at the time that people thought they were of the devil. I shit you not, as I'm in this thought process, the light bulb explodes, projecting the glass shards on me. Luckily, it did no harm, but I instantly hopped up in fear and ran out of the basement to escape the dark.
No, thank you.
Yeah. I flew up the basement stairs where dolls started going off. Some bins of toys were kept under the stairs. The fear jolted me. I sprinted even faster and finally opened the basement door and reached the hallway light switch in front of me, flicked it on as quickly as I could. Again, I shit you not, as soon as I did, the hallway bulb exploded. At this point, I'm thinking, no fucking way is this happening right now. This happened 2 more times again in the living room and 1 more time on the second floor as I made my way up the stairs. 4 light bulbs exploded in total. Now, again, I am quite rational despite these things. I am aware this could have been a coincidental electrical wiring problem, but everything that ultimately happened says otherwise. I made my way to my bedroom on the second floor where things normalized, and I finally had light. I don't know if that could be coincidental. That's a big one.
No, there's a lot.
If there was like an electrical storm, maybe.
Right, but that's a lot of things.
That's a lot.
And plus, we just know you don't fuck with a Ouija board.
Yeah. And this was years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting towards the end, I think.
I feel like she did a lot of pre to this that was unnecessary of like the
I think
the
she's
haunted house. Like she's trying to build where her like mental place was.
Yeah, which tells a good story. And this could have been therapeutic for her too.
Yeah, definitely.
At this point in my life, it was at this point in my life where these experiences were taking a toll on me, really ramping up my insomnia. While laying on my bed one night, I would do everything in my power to avoid looking at my closet, which had a nasty habit of opening wide, so I would be gazing straight into a dark void.
Absolutely not.
And before you say draft, I might add, I would lock it and blockade it regularly. No matter what I did, this freaking door would push open wide on itself. Oh my God.
That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And a side note, I'm 33 now and I am having a hard time writing this out. This wouldn't happen every night, but quite a few of them. I would feel things crawling beside me on my bed. Not in the general sense of where your mind is questioning if you're actually feeling or not, but in the sense the spring mattress would straight indent and compress into the mattress to crawl beside me. I guess like she doesn't think it's something crawling on the bed, but like up from the bottom of the bed.
Oh.
Like the mattress would move
push
up.
Ooh.
Oh.
I feel like you don't hear that one. You know, you hear of like
you
where
see
it's
it in
sitting.
horror movies.
I guess you do, yeah.
Like the Conjuring movie with the waterbed,
They do
like
that.
the face comes up from the
Didn't
bottom.
watch it.
Ugh.
This doesn't sound like my kind of thing.
The last occurrence that I would see all the time affected other people. Due to my sleeping problem, I was always the last one to fall asleep. I witnessed multiple times people's arms being raised in their sleep like they were reaching for the sky. There was a day when I had a cousin and two friends sleeping over. I watched as one by one their arms raised into the air. It made me feel like whatever this was taunting me, showing me it could do whatever it wanted. It happened to my brother, who was 4 years younger than me. As I was watching him sleep, his arms were raised into the air. The only difference with my brother is that he woke up midway and realized what was happening. Oh my gosh. I had grown quite brave at this point. These things were just regular and common, and I simply became used to it. So there I am, lying down on the couch against the furthest back wall of the basement. This was generally where I slept and hung out at this point in my life. I had 3 dogs, one of which was a little white chihuahua named Baby. She was the most timid, docile, scaredy cat that you'd ever meet. I had just turned off the lights and popped onto my back, where my little baby jumped up to sleep on my chest like she always did. This was where the single most terrifying thing of my life happened. Baby instantly goes to alert and stands up, growling into the darkness. She has never acted like this before. Her fur was raised and her fangs were bare. I can immediately perceive that this little dog was trying to defend me from something despite her small stature. She was on full alert, looking into the darkness. Next thing I know, she cowers. Her tail goes between her legs and she whimpers and flees. Before I can gauge what's happening, my arms were pinned straight down to my side and my back was forced straight down onto the couch. I can see enough to tell you with 100% certainty there was nothing there. While forced down, it feels as if I was pushed 5 feet into the couch. Like my soul was straight pushed out of my body. I was so consumed by fear that it wasn't a single thought in my head, just static panic. And it seemed to go on forever, even though it was probably about 10 seconds.
Not fun.
Ooh.
Especially when the dogs are reacting and they are not normally like that.
Yeah.
That's what gets me.
I scrambled up once I could be free and went room to room, just like I did before, with every light bulb shattering. I couldn't escape it. It felt like something was chasing me. I tell you in all honesty, I was 18 at the time, consider myself a man at this point. I thought this was a woman talking the whole time.
Me too.
I thought this was a woman. This was a boy.
Why did we think it was a girl?
I don't know. I don't know why.
I thought this whole time I thought it was a woman.
I thought this whole time it was a woman. So thinking myself a man at this point, and I had loads of pride. Still, this did not stop me from hopping right into my brother's bed next to him, pulling the blankets over me. The thing repeated what it did in the basement. It took hold of my body over and over. I could feel my mind breaking and my soul dying right in my very body. I almost felt like I was given up in defeat, and then I decided to pray. I swear on my eternal soul that as soon as I started to pray, the thing stopped. 15 years have passed at this point, and I have not again experienced a single thing of the paranormal ever. The very next morning after this, I tried to explain to my parents what happened. I can't say they fully believed me, but they at least listened enough to help me out. I thought about how it all seemed to start when I got the Ouija board, which led me to do a quick online search on how to dispose of the thing because I did not want this thing portal anywhere near me again. It said online the only way to truly close it out is to burn it. So the same day, my parents and I brought it out back and set it on fire. There's more, but that's pretty much the rest of that. But at least his parents believed him enough to help him out.
Yeah, which is true. Yes.
I don't know why I thought it was a female this whole time.
Me too. But what did we say that like?
I don't know.
That is weird.
There must have been something, right?
Yeah, because I thought it was a female the whole time until you just said that.
No, I'm reading over the beginning. There was nothing in here that said female. I just assumed.
Either way,
what happens when you was saying
make an ass out of you and me. But yeah, I mean, damn. Ouija boards. It's funny because like we obviously have talked to other mediums about Ouija boards, and there's definitely like a mixed review on them. And when you think about it, because you can just buy a Ouija board anywhere. So like
you can get them at Five Below.
I know, I just saw that for kids. They have kids Ouija boards. And so when you think about it in that context, it's all about the intention that's put into them, or like what the, I guess, public or what the people are think. It's like, you know, again, like you believe in something enough, you can manifest it. Because you can literally, if you like, what are the so many other like forms of divination or things that where you can like speak to the other side.
Yeah,
that
like a pendulum.
That was what I was looking for. A pendulum, or like we just did something where we were pulling tarot cards and we were asking like yes or no questions. Or, you know, I have a coin that's a yes or no coin that I got at a, you know, but why it makes me wonder like if it is actually just like what the
belief in it,
and that's what manifests it. Or
you know, most things don't like get to me. Some things do get to me.
Yeah.
But I think just because of that fear that was instilled on me as a young child, I wouldn't touch a Ouija board.
I wouldn't touch a Ouija board either. Yeah.
I think there's just enough question in me.
Same. Yep.
To if something wanted to get to me, it would be a good way to.
And I think that there are so many stories of like it coming from a Ouija board, of really bad things coming from a Ouija board. But my thing is just like, I'm just curious. Like, what? Why? Yeah. Like, is it because it is such a belief that bad things come from it, so then it uses it as a conduit? You know,
it is. At the end of the day, it's just a man-made thing.
That they just make like it's like Hasbro makes it or something.
There
it's like,
would be more to like a pendulum, because a pendulum is a stone.
It's
a stone
crystal
has energy.
Yep, all of that.
And like you said, Hasbro makes a
right. But then you like you're saying, Five Below has one for kids that's out there. Like,
but it's more than $5.
It's probably a $7.
Oh,
fucking Five Below.
God damn it! It's
I'm
like
going
the
there
dollar
tomorrow.
store is not even a dollar store anymore.
No, $1.
I think it's $1.50 now.
Yeah, it was $1.25. Some things are still $1.25. Now it's not even consistent pricing. Some are 5, some are 10, some aisles. Yeah, bullshit.
Lame. It is bullshit.
Well, anyways, I mean, that was a good one. I could see why it freaked him out. I don't know that would turn me to Jesus, but
I think it's the praying part
that turned him to Jesus.
Yeah.
I think it's,
because he did something positive and he associated that with the praying.
And praying is, some people's, like you said, everyone believes in it differently. But yeah, I could see it.
I know somebody that had a very similar thing happen to them, where they told me the story years and years ago, where they were laying in bed, they had heard something come through the door, walk up the stairs into their room, and like pushed down on their chest, and they started praying, and it released.
Yeah. I
so
feel like
this is not an uncommon occurrence.
No, not at all. And I feel like it's all about, because for me, never in a million years, my first thought would be to pray, because that's just not where my head.
Mine would be.
Would it?
Oh, even today. Oh, 1,000%.
Well, because you were very much in it.
Mine would be, I still pray every day. I don't know who I'm praying to, but yeah.
But your version of prayer is not like praying to,
no,
the man in the sky.
I mean, it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. But it's not like you're going to church and doing that kind of prayer.
No.
But I guess, but we've talked about this, that like affirmations is praying.
Affirmations and prayer.
And in that sense, then I pray too, but I don't call it praying.
Growing up in the Mormon church, you go, "Dear Heavenly Father."
Yeah.
And then, I still do that in my head every single day.
Oh, good.
It's ingrained in me.
Right. And if that's what works, then that's what works.
But it's
and
the same
for
thing
me,
as affirmation.
Yeah. And I don't, if something happens to me with a ghost or an entity or something around me that I don't like, I immediately go to talking to it, to being like, please, like, stop. You are not welcome here. This is not, this is a place only, like, love and light is welcome here. Only things wrapped in white light. And it's all very similar. And it's all like, it's just how your intentions and what makes you feel good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
Heretic! Yep. Well, it's why the power of prayer works. Like, it works because if putting enough positive energy into something is going to
May the power of God compel you.
That's it. The power of Christ. All right.
The power of Christ compel you.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
what it is. But
whatever.
It's fine. I'll just tell you what
tried.
it is. Okay. So, all right. This is from BuzzFeed. There was an article that has former exorcists and exorcism witnesses share their stories, and it is terrifying.
Ooh.
So we're going to find out, because I haven't read any of these. So I'm winging it today, guys. It's been busy, okay? All right. The high school I went to was a religious private school. During my senior year, it was a tradition for the entire senior class to go on a religious retreat at this remote mountain resort. The point of the retreat was to grow closer with each of the people in the class and find God. On the third day, everyone was in the main hall. A girl toppled onto the floor, and everyone stared. She writhed around and screamed. It wasn't her scream. It was like a deep voice screaming inside of her. Then she stood up and started yelling in tongues. Her eyes rolled back. She ran around the hall, and I honestly thought it was a dumb high school prank to freak everyone out. The teachers tried calming her down, and the kid kept screaming in this weird language. One of the teachers called an ambulance, and the other teacher tried to take her by the shoulders. She dug her nails into his arm so hard that she drew blood.
Oh, jeez.
It took several more minutes to calm her down, and then it just went quiet. They took the girl away that night, and she never came back to school after the retreat was over. I was friends with her friend, and so I don't know if they knew what really happened. And when asked afterward, none of the teachers were allowed to talk about it.
I think I've heard that one before.
Have you? Yeah.
Did we read that one? I don't know. I've
I've
read it.
I don't know. I don't think I've heard
That's
it, but
crazy.
also that was my first time reading it. So,
Ooh.
anyways, yeah.
That's scary.
Especially
when there's so many people.
Well, yeah, when you're at a
that
and like drew blood on a teach, like obviously, like something happened, or it was like a manic episode, or something happened.
Something.
Whether it was a demon or whether it was something else, but like that's the speaking in tongues.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Like,
I don't even know how people could fake that.
Well, that's
I don't know if I believe it, but I don't know how people could fake it because it sounds so. I couldn't fake it.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know how.
I wouldn't know. I couldn't even.
I guess if you study it enough, but then what's the point of what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, here's my second story. When I was 14, I had a strange encounter that still puzzles me to this day. On the weekends, I'd sometimes go to my mother's place. My parents are divorced. The house she lived in was converted into several small apartments. It was creepy. It was a creepy old farmhouse. The house was at least 150, maybe 200 years old. My mom told me off and on of strange sounds she'd been hearing and seeing things in the corner of her eyes, feelings of being watched. This one particular evening when I spent the night, I brought my N64 because my mom would go to bed early and I'd still be up for a few more hours. I still remember to this day what game I was playing. WWF No Mercy. The White House. What?
Yeah.
I know it's not.
UFC.
UFC. Whatever.
And now it's WWE because Worldwide Foundation, Wildlife Foundation, World
Wildlife Foundation.
There it is.
There she is.
Kicked them. They told them they could not be.
Is that what happened?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're the WWF now. So now the WWF turned to the WWE.
I did not know that. Well, thank you for educating me.
You're welcome on that.
I was sitting crisscross on the floor playing the story mode. I just finished a mission in the game and set down the controller to the left of me, behind me. Directly behind me was a recliner. I'll never forget what I saw next. I went to grab the controller and saw what appeared to be a hoof, like a horse, next to the controller on the floor.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Insects and blood was coming out of the silver that separated the hoof. I thought to myself, how strange. That would not be my first thought. I slowly glanced up, and this demonic figure was staring back at me. It leaned down towards me. Its face got in my face and grinned the most evil smile. The eyes black, face red, one-winged creature. Blood was dripping from its teeth. It was so surreal, I immediately went into panic attack and blacked out. I learned later it was a fight or flight response. Several seconds later, I came to, laying on the floor, could barely move. The demonic figure in the chair laughing at me. It was as if my fear and energy had been sucked dry from me. I lost all strength. I did all I could to crawl to my mom's room to wake her up. After I woke her up, we talked and she believed me. She told me she too had seen the thing earlier that week and didn't want to scare me. I don't know what to make of it, and I still think of it to this day. I have no doubt demons and angels are real, and believe me, the last thing you ever want to encounter is a demon smiling in your face.
Absolutely the fuck not.
I don't care if you believe me or not, but when two people see the same thing on two separate occasions, either we're both crazy or something was wrong with that old farmhouse. My mom has thankfully moved since then, and we haven't encountered that thing again.
Okay. Well,
what do you think an angel is?
I have no idea. Well, I know what a guardian angel is. It
wasn't until 4 years ago I went to my grandma's funeral in Virginia, and I was sitting with my cousin and her husband, and they're Catholic, and we were just discussing things, and he told me that angels weren't people that died and became angels. This is the first time I had ever heard anything like that. They were beings, just like demons are beings.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I had ever heard anything like that before. And so I've thought about that since.
So from what I gather from mediums that I believe in and whatever, that there's two columns of angels. There are those that have just only ever been that, what you're saying, that is just
never human.
Never human. And then there are some who choose to have a human experience and then they choose to go back and not. So it could go both ways. But it depends, I guess.
So
and I don't know.
They're not a ball of eyeballs?
Well, they are a ball. Those are the ones. The ball of eyeballs are the
ball of eyeballs.
Those are the angels. Yeah, those are the ones that are. That's them. From what I think here, they're a little scary looking. They look like a snitch.
It just makes me think of from old Greg and the ball of titties.
Haven't seen it, but
the ball of titty gets thrown. It's the ball of titty funk is what it's called. And it's just a ball of titties that squirts out funk. The titties squirt out funk. And they threw the ball of titties away, and it was the day the funk died.
That is something that I've never heard or seen before, but I don't watch anything with old Greg, so I don't know why I would have.
You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, wow. Well, that is just, I think I'm not left speechless often, but I do feel that I am a bit speechless.
I'll show you later.
Damn. All right.
She can't even speak.
No.
Speechless. She's stunned.
It just reminds me of something that I don't want to say on air for reasons. Not bad, but also not my story to share. But funny. But
had
funny.
Multiple titties.
No. Breast milk squirting everywhere.
Oh, I know that story.
Yeah, I know you do. Okay. All right. So one of my aunts would. No, I'm starting the story, by the way. Not actually one of my aunts. One of my aunts would get incredibly angry, out of control at times. She was 10 times my strength, and it took 4. Well, okay, sorry, it scrolled on me. It took 4 people to pin her down. My grandmother, a rather traditional Moroccan woman, was convinced that she was possessed. A few months later, when it was getting way too difficult for us to handle, my uncle contacted a good friend in Morocco who had an exorcist in the family.
Ooh.
The exorcist believed she was possessed by a demon, commonly known in the Muslim culture as a jinn. Yeah.
Like a genie.
Yep. We met this exorcist, and he asked us to bring sheep guts for him for the exorcism. We did. Didn't we? Have we done this one? We have done this one.
We've done that one. I've heard that one before.
Okay, we're going to try the next one down. Okay. I don't know if it's a demon one, though, but we're going to go with it.
Oh,
yeah,
real
okay.
Quick, do you want to see the funky ball of tits from outer space?
Yeah, show me. Wow.
It is a funky ball
of tits. It looks like a coronavirus. It does.
See, I realized it was a funky ball of tits from outer space.
That's a funky looking ball of tits if I ever saw one.
The day the funk died.
The day the funk died. All right. Trying again, different story.
Okay.
Okay. There was a weird episode in my village I am from India, a rural village in the backward state. It is near China and mostly jungle. My uncle once heard an owl hooting near the house outside one night. Since we consider owls hooting a bad omen, my uncle took his gun and tried to shoot the owl down. That's
owl.
sad. He pointed the flashlight towards the sound and saw the owl, but it just flew away. And as soon as he aimed his gun, it just flew away as soon as he aimed his gun. Now, it so happened that after a week or so, we got the news that someone in the village had been possessed. Being one of the elders, my uncle had to see what was happening, and I tagged along with him. He went there to check on the possessed person, and the person was withering and twisting as soon as my uncle arrived. But he soon saw my uncle. As soon as he saw my uncle, he jumped up. He started pointing at my uncle and saying he's not good. And when we asked why, he said he tried to visit my uncle as an owl, but my uncle wanted to shoot him, so he flew away.
Oh.
I damn near soiled my pants then and there. The owl hooting was a very minor affair for our family, and we didn't tell anybody about it. No clue what happened. That was the first and last possession incident I went to. Although a few cases happen now and then, I have never had the nerve to go and watch.
Okay.
That is valid.
I think that the demon stuff from other countries, especially East, are a whole other ballgame.
Oh, way other ballgame. When you're not having like the Christianity spin on it,
it's a whole different creature.
I agree. And
Ooh. All right. So this one I have, there's actually a video with it, and it's kind of interesting.
Okay.
So this is my demon spirit encounter. This story is hard to explain. I was sitting on my porch at night. I live in the city limits in a bit of a sketchy part of town, so people tend to walk by a lot at nighttime. We live on the corner of two roads. I walked outside to smoke my vape and sit on the porch like usual. As soon as I opened my screen door, I heard a loud bang, so I looked to the stop sign at my left, and someone was fixing their truck that had stalled. I thought nothing of it and sat down in my chair when something told me to look up from my phone. I always keep my eyes out for people walking by because you never know if they are under the influence of a substance and may cause you harm. I looked up and this huge man appeared out of nowhere. I was walking down the street. Usually when people walk by, you can sort of see their facial features, but we have a street light, because we have a street light in front of our home. But I could not see this man's face. He was walking from the left where the stop sign I mentioned is and walking down to my right side. So walking down the road in front of my house. As soon as he saw me sitting on the porch, his head turned directly at me and was staring so intently. Keep in mind, this is at night. Usually people walk by and glance up, but then they keep looking forward to keep out of cars' way. Our street is very busy night and day. But no, this huge figure kept his head turned directly at me while walking by.
Fuck no.
The first thing I noticed is how strange his body language was. His legs were moving in slow motion, but also looked so fast at the same time. He never looked away from me, never said a word, never changed his pace or glanced up to see if a car was coming. I immediately got goosebumps on my arms and my chest felt so heavy, like someone was suffocating me. He was staring at me so hard I couldn't not stare back. I kept feeling the need to look away, and each time I glanced at my phone, I could see from my peripheral vision that his head did not move, and he kept staring at me. I have never felt so uneasy in my life. His body language was almost robotic, and the energy coming off of him was so unsettling. When he was out of my view, I immediately went inside to try to catch my breath. When I got my thoughts together, I decided to look on my porch security camera to see if it recorded him walking by. It did. And the video I got from it was so strange. You can see me open the door, and when I move in front of the camera, I am transparent. I know my camera didn't glitch because all the previous videos of me walking out, I was not see-through. You can see him appear in the top left corner, and the aura coming off of him is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. I have previous recordings of people walking past our house at night, and I have never seen this smoke-looking stuff coming from behind them. I have always believed in the paranormal, spirit world, demons, all of it, and I've had past experiences. So here's the video.
Damn. Oh,
damn. When he comes out, you can see through him.
Wow.
When the guy walks by, you can see like this smoke or something coming off of him.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That's trippy.
That's weird.
That's, obviously nowadays anything can be made up, but that is
that one.
How to make someone be transparent is like, I mean, they just have to do a lot of editing. It's possible, but like that's weird. That is.
Yeah, but to just put it up on something that you're not going to get a lot of stuff from, I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. Creepy.
Very creepy. Do one last one.
You want to do one last one?
Yeah, I got one last one.
All right.
One last one. I don't know how good it is, but we're going to find out. All right. So this was a few years ago when I was working as a CNA in a nursing home. It was about 9 p.m. and I was doing my rounds. I went to change one of my bed-bound patients. She didn't speak or acknowledge her name, walk, or anything. Basically, the lights were on, but no one was home.
Oh.
I started cleaning her foot, and she pulled me into her and growled, "I want."
Oh.
I pushed her off of me, and she was smiling at me, her grin from ear to ear, like the smile of a Cheshire cat.
Oh, I'm already creeped out.
I know.
Oh, my
I swear her eyes were black. I freaked out, called my boyfriend, making him stay on the phone while I finished cleaning her. Yes, I know HIPAA, but I was scared. We don't talk about that. While I was cleaning her roommate in similar condition kept giggling. The whole time I was in the room, she stared at me with these black eyes and that huge smile. The worst part was that as I was leaving, the bag filled with poopy wipes and the diaper broke. I had to clean it up while she kept smiling at me. I checked on her every 10 minutes for the rest of my shift, and every time I looked, she would smile at me with that same smile. My theory was that she was less there mentally, or that she was a good target for a demon to enter.
I mean, I could believe that.
I could believe that too.
I could believe that completely.
Because that's...
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
That's really scary.
But just to be staring at you like that and somebody who's like not really reactive.
Right. It's
and
not
like,
the person. It's not the old person's fault.
It's just like seeing somebody and knowing nobody's home, but then black eyes smiling at you and just staring at you. That would fucking unnerve anybody. And it is something that you think like, there's negative energies or negative vibrations, feelings can attract. And if 100% for them to be able to like.
Oh my God. I think that's the one that scared me the most.
I know,
honestly.
like creepy. That's why I was like, let me just read this one. Cause I was like, I skimmed it and I was like, this seems kind of fucked up. Anyways, so there you go. We'll end with that. We'll let you guys ponder those for a little while. Ponder.
Do you have any demon encounters?
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not.
No, I would not like any of those.
Or what, how do you know if it's a demon versus a spirit?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess you feel maybe the energy of it, or
the feeling of fear.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, but you, depending on the person, would still be afraid seeing a ghosty, like unless it's something you encounter a lot. But like,
because that thing that happened to me where I was being choked at night and I threw whatever it was off and it hit the window and broke the curtains right down the middle. I had intense fear.
Yeah, and so maybe that's what that was. Yeah,
I don't know.
But then it's also like you go into then like sleep paralysis. Like,
yeah, but they typically don't touch you.
No, and sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I thought they didn't touch you.
Well, yes, no. It's hard to explain, but it feels like you're being either like wrapped in chains or like someone's holding you like
maybe that's what
like
happened
laying
to me.
on you.
Maybe that was my sleep paralysis.
And that's what it could have been.
Except I was able to move because I flung it off.
Yeah, which when I've had sleep paralysis, I cannot move. Like I cannot move my body. I am very much like
my second daughter's been having it again.
Has she? Mm-hmm. Oh, I am so sorry for her. It's such a scary thing.
It doesn't seem to scare her.
It terrifies me.
She observes, and then she'll tell me about it, and I'm like,
that's good for her.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something, but because she has a mother who's already into this kind of thing too. Maybe it's a bit more
she
like
didn't have that fear initially.
Yeah, I still think that for me, if it happened to me now, I would still be freaked the fuck out. It would still terrify me.
Yeah.
Personally, but just because it's a scary thing to wake up and
it is
try and talk and you can't move and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Even if you're aware.
Although there's that one time I woke up and there was an old lady standing next to the bed and I literally was like, I'm like, I'm too tired, and I rolled over and went back to sleep.
And she scared the shit out of me. So, and then she brought us together. So
there we go. There we go.
There
it
is.
Wasn't that person.
Oh, it wasn't
that was
the old
when
hag?
I was a kid. No, it wasn't the old hag. This was more recent. This was like in the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Just woke up. She was standing next to me. No fear. There was no fear involved. That she wasn't scary. There's just an old woman standing next to me, and I'm just go, I'm too tired. And then I rolled over and went to sleep.
I think for me, no matter how many times I will see a ghost, it'll still freak me out. I can't help it.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's how we're ingrained to be.
Just every time I see one, it still terrifies the shit out of me. All right. Well, there you go.
Well,
I don't know if I want to hear your stories, so
I do.
keep them to yourself.
I do.
Just kidding.
Write me. I would love to hear your stories.
God.
LunaticSoupPodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
Let me know.
Tell Meg.
I'll read it on air.
Okay, great. That sounds wonderful. I love it so much. Not.
Well, you guys have a great 4th of July next week.
Be safe. Wear closed-toed shoes.
Yes, I never do that. I'm terrible.
You're asking to get bird pants and
pants.
not pants.
Pants at a time like this?
No, that was my mom's rule with us. But we don't listen. Don't shoot bottle rockets at each other.
I mean,
or do. Just be safe.
Well, I'll shoot when I do.
Don't bring fire or don't bring what do you call it? Sparklers into the garage with all of your fireworks in there.
God, please don't, especially if it's my garage.
Mm-hmm. Don't do that.
Don't get so drunk that you are lighting fireworks at people.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Or at horses.
Or at horses. Don't do any of that. But
and then start picking fights with people that you don't know.
Yeah. But
like actual physical fights.
Just have fun. Slam some hot dogs.
Slam some hot dogs. Enjoy your family and friends and take this country back.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I think it's the year.
I'm
really hoping USA is playing the UK in football that day.
I'm just gonna sing Hamilton all
epic.
Day long.
How epic will that be if that happens? I feel like it's gonna.
We're not lucky enough.
Yes, we are. Yeah, don't be a negative Nancy. I think it's gonna happen.
I hope.
I think it is.
I hope
just because even if it's not like ethical how it got there, I feel like there's I don't know. I just feel like, who knows? I feel like it's going to happen just because.
I hope we lose.
Me too. Honestly, it'll reset the things. And then what?
And then what?
Then hopefully it starts us back on a positive track.
Lord Dumpy Pants can have a fit.
Oh, God. Maybe I'll stop talking about his fucking reflecting pond.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The algae.
The algae.
The algae.
All right. Well, make sure you guys go and get yourself some lunatic soup.
And remember, in this crazy world,
it's good to be a lunatic.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.